Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of the Her Expert Interviews. It's your girl Charity and I'm super excited to have you once again for this episode. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you are up to date whenever we post a new expert video. This time around, we are talking about digital marketing. Yes, ladies, digital marketing. How to make that reel for TikTok, how to make that reel for Instagram. How do you market on social media? All things digital we are discussing today, and I have an amazing guest. The producer mentioned that her smile is so captivating. So I hope it also captivates you too to listen and learn from her. Yes.
Hello viewers, my name is Edna Nakasi. I'm a digital marketing expert. I have a personal brand called Melanitis. You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, where I usually do my digital marketing. Today I'm here to talk about how you can make your business stand out in the digital space, as Charity has mentioned. And I'm excited to share with you ladies. I wear other hats, but for today I'm here in that space. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Charity.
And thank you for coming as well. You know, it's not every day that you see a female graphics designer.
Yes.
It's not every day. Like it. When she said she was a graphics designer, I was like, wow. This is like she's a rare kind. I mean, anyone that does digital can attest to that. Most of them are old guys.
Yeah. Sure.
But having someone in the room today who's in that space is very empowering. So tell us, when did you start having? Is this something that you studied in the university, or was it a side hustle that you later upgraded to? Yeah.
I would say my journey was unique. I did love graphics design, so I was doing it prior to university, and I also did it at university, which explains why I got into the field much earlier. So I started practicing around my second year of university, and by the time I finished, because of COVID, that's now about 5 years to current. Yeah, so it's something I did on the side and did as a course at the university as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's amazing. So as a graphics designer, you know, the space is quite, right now I think that there's so many people doing it right now.
Sure.
Yeah, and all of them have their unique talents. But how do you make sure that your designs specifically are standing out? Yeah, from what is being circulated. So that's something like when they compare something that you've done and maybe something that our guy has done or someone else's person has done, they don't look similar. So what's the extra ingredient? What's the special sauce?
Yeah. For graphics, really, it's a communication art. It's an art of communication. So however good you are, if you do not enhance that communication with your client, if you don't understand what the client wants, it would really be hard for you to communicate what they want to communicate. So for me, as a first step, I usually have a meeting with my client, a personal meeting, to see, is this design work? Is it something that's close to their heart? Is it something that they wouldn't mind so I can get creative in my own space? Or is it something that they care about, they care deeply about, and they want to communicate something through it? So that's really, for me, the starting point. If you're a designer and you get that wrong, you're going to end up repeating, yet you're still doing the wrong thing. So you have to be in sync with the client. What do they want? What do they want to communicate? And then from there on, you can continue with your creativity as a designer.
That's amazing. So, you know, with social media, we have different social media platforms. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp. How do you tailor, or how do you know how to design specific maybe content for each of these specific platforms? Maybe you could tell us that for Facebook, it's supposed to be like this. For Instagram, it's when you're putting maybe a reel or a story or a post. How do you maximize engagement on the
platforms? Okay, so the first mistake that I see most people do is you try to be active on all social media platforms. That's a really hard one. So depending on the kind of business, you can choose 1 or 2 platforms to be primary on. For example, ours is a beauty business, and you know beauty works very well with pictures and videos. So we are usually on Instagram and YouTube. However, it doesn't mean that you have zero presence in the other platforms, though it takes the burden off you if you are not producing for these other platforms. So for example, I will do a reel for Instagram, but I can repurpose it for Facebook, for TikTok, and for YouTube. But remember, in my mind, when I was making the reel, I was making it for my major platform. So it's important that you first of all choose that, because it takes a big burden off you as a business owner to create for everything. Now moving to your question of what goes where. For example, if you are active on Twitter, words work on Twitter better. Provocative kind of engagement content. So on Twitter, you can find a statement, for example, a question asking for engagement. What would you do if this was you? Yeah, Twitter has that kind of provocative content. But for people who now engage on LinkedIn, it's longer writing. So you'll find like an article being posted on LinkedIn, and that is the kind of audience that is also on LinkedIn. So for something like Instagram or Facebook, if it's in the video sense, because all of these platforms usually take 3 forms. They take the photo, and then they also take the videos. So if you are to choose a photo for Facebook is automatically going to crop it out for you. So if you could pre-get the dimensions of the Facebook ad, it's easy for your picture not to be cropped. So like if you post it on Facebook, for it not to be cropped by the Facebook settings. But if you do not predetermine that, now it gets to a point where you are putting a picture on Facebook and Facebook is cropping out the face, the head, or the arm or the shoulder of the person that you're trying to post. So it's important that you know that. You have to look at the preview settings of whichever platform you're posting on, so that you see that whatever you are posting is not being cropped. Now, this is what I would advise the business owners. If you've not yet figured out the platform for your business, if you've not narrowed down to Instagram or YouTube or whatever, which would be the easiest option really. But if you've not, the best thing to do right now is to do reels, because reels, that portrait kind of dimension, can perform on TikTok, it can perform on Facebook, it can perform on Instagram, it can perform on YouTube. Those are 4 platforms. Even Twitter, if you were to post a reel, it would still show. So that's something that all platforms, I think, came to an agreement that you can post all throughout. So I believe if you are moving into the reels or the short videos, it is something that you can easily move with as a business as regards to marketing on social media.
Great. Now from your experience, on being on all these social media platforms, what social media platform would you advise that is best for business, that has most engagement? Most people are, there's a belief now that TikTok is best because, the engagement is really good. If you jump onto a trending sound, and people keep scrolling, like, it's good for engagement. So I don't know, if that's the same from a professional perspective, would you also say the same? What platform do you advise?
Do I advise? So again, depending on your business. So if your business is more of corporate and you are trying to speak to more corporate clients are not scrolling on TikTok.
Really?
They could be scrolling on TikTok, but they are not looking for your business on TikTok. If someone is trying to recruit a potential business partner, they're not going to go to TikTok to recruit a person. They are going to go to LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
So depending on your target market, if you're targeting people who are relatively young, fun, juvenile sort of thing, you can use TikTok as a marketing platform. That's why you see clothes, shoes, people who are in the buying of those things. Most of the consumers are people who are actually young. Now, if you have a beauty business, it is a very bad idea for you to move into a platform that does not encourage pictures or videos, because beauty primarily is about pictures and videos, yeah? So depending on your target audience, which is something you have to describe at the very, very beginning before you do any social media. Who are you trying to talk to? Because if you try to talk to everyone, then you'll talk to no one.
Exactly.
You'll be confusing the old, the young, and the
Middle.
the middle people. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. You want to be specific that, okay, I am doing probably hair products and I'm doing it for people between the age of, let me say, 18 to 25 or to 35. And it will give you a good scope on what to post, where to post, and how to post, how often. All of those
What words
things.
to use.
Yes, it will. You will know that, okay, now I need to use slang. I don't need to use slang.
Yeah.
If you are a bank, then you begin posting things on TikTok. Like, people will not trust you with their money. Yeah. It kind of messes with the brand. So depending on who you're trying to communicate to, it dictates the platform. However, it is also important that you have a professional at these things, because we have seen banks disrupt the market to a more fun, more relatable, slang kind of thing. But that can only be done by a professional.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with the image of a brand that has been built over the years over social media. It is not a good, it can go terribly bad. I say again, it can go terribly bad, and you don't want to be in that position.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can seek an expert advice as you learn for yourself. Because right now, doing social media or doing digital marketing, it is a 21st century skill.
Yeah.
You need to be able to, because right now, a 5-year-old can do it. If you can't do it, there's a really big problem. Yeah.
True about that.
Yeah, you have to be able to do something. How to do it, when to do it, for whom to do it, those are things you can work upon as you move.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking on things that you can work upon, you know, there are very many trends that are coming up in the digital marketing space, specifically in designing. You know, I feel like the way posters used to look like in 2000, if they were even there, or in my S6, the posters have changed. People maybe are using some other type of app, or they're adding some other type of things to it. So, I mean, how do you manage to keep up with this trending, you know, with these trends that keep coming in the market? Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you need to know what's in your business. I mean, the business of design. So it's really what I keep up with. I will see what the most previous has done and the most previous has done. So it will inform my current design language. Yeah. So just keeping up with what's happening, who has designed what art exhibitions, what kind of digital marketing things have been put out, so that you can be able to relate with those. I don't know if you've known of recent, now banks come up with kind of campaign names that are Ugalish. If you know what Ugalish is, they use English,
What's Ugalish?
English and Luganda in one sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Like Twesotingi.
You
see? So you can get that it is a Luganda word, but then they say Twesotingi with Stanpic, something like this. Yeah?
Right, yeah.
So it is something that banks are trying to use. Even MTN.
Even MTN
does ads.
sorting with Momo.
It does ads like that where, you know, they are trying to come down to this person to feel like we are your buddies, we are your friends, and things like that. So that is a trend that's happening. So as a digital marketing person, if you figure out that that is happening and now you're doing it for your business, for example, it's Mother's Day, you can change the word mothers to mama. To fit the context of the lady in the market, because she'll understand the word mama better.
Yeah.
You see? Now that is also going to pass. You're going to see something else coming up. Yeah, so just keeping up, seeing around, even if you look around billboards and you see there is a certain kind of consistency that keeps showing up, and you can always, according to your client, really, you don't have to carry from another brand and then copy and paste, but copy, edit, and then paste for your client, and be able to give them something creative, but also something relatable, something up to, you know, the market. Yeah.
Amazing tips. Yeah, amazing. I mean, we've been seeing the Ugalish kind of trends coming in, but you know, we've been seeing it, but didn't know that it's kind of a strategy that they are using. It's good to know since you've mentioned it. Before you go, I want you to give the viewers, recommend what beginner-friendly app could someone who's just trying to figure out this whole digital marketing thing with social media use for their pictures or videos?
We are in good times, Charity.
Yeah.
We are in good times. So even if you're not a professional digital marketing expert or graphics designer, you can actually be able to do these things with your phone.
Yeah.
You don't even need a laptop, you don't need an iPad or whatever. You can use your phone.
Use your phone.
So the first app that I would recommend is Canva. Canva is such a good resource. If you want to do any posters, you want to put your pictures in your posters, you want to show your friends, your customers in your posters, Canva is really something. It has an upload feature, so you can upload pictures from your gallery straight up to a poster, and you add text and you're good to go.
Yeah.
It has excellent quality when you're exporting. It is really something that's beginner friendly and you can use without thinking much. It has a free version, though it has a pro version as well. But a free version is good enough for someone who is trying to do something for their business.
Sure.
The second app is CapCut.
CapCut.
CapCut, guys, it is amazing. You will love CapCut. You will love it. If you love videos, if you love TikToks, it has trends. Actually, right now, there's something interesting. If you are watching TikTok, there are some separate TikToks that have the word CapCut just down there. So you can click the template, and when you click that template, you can just now import your pictures. And it will do for you from transitions to sound to text to, it will, just by a click, you will have a finished TikTok. You have a finished product, in like a few minutes, which is something that's actually amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Edna, for all those insights. Viewers, get yourself CapCut and Canva as your beginner apps, because social media is taking us to the future.
Sure.
It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. But also would love you to take Edna's social media handles, if you don't mind. So please share with us your contact details, your social media handles, for those who'd like to get more details about, evolving in social media, digital marketing. Yeah.
Let me start with my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is 0772 60 48 20. It's a business contact, so you have someone speak to you at every single minute. Instagram, Facebook, Edna Nakasi. And my business is Belaniti Sisters. So on all of those platforms, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Belaniti Sisters, you will be able to contact me personally.
Yeah, and for those that would want to see her in person, because we mentioned her smile is so captivating, you want to see her in person, please, she passes by the Her Monthly Meetup. She was there last month. It's always happening on the third Saturday of the month. You can, when you're lucky, you can catch her. Thank you so much, viewers, for listening in, and tune in next time when we have another guest talking about another interesting topic. But for now, Charity is my name once again, and see you next time.